humankind. He told them, if you will, that Jesus tells them that I'm going to have to pay a cross on the cross to ensure your salvation. Then he shifted the scenario from himself to his disciples. He said, wait a minute, but if you think for one moment that you're going to get by free of suffering and responsibility, I want you to understand that if you would be my disciple, if you would follow after me, if you would go in the way that I'm going, if you would represent my ideals and my doctrine, I want you to know, friends, if you would follow in my footsteps, it's going to cost you something. But there's a price that's got to be paid. There's an expensive cost and overhead that you must pay to be my disciple. If anyone would be my disciple, not just my church member, but my disciple, it's going to cost you three things. Here's three things, and I'm in my seat. Thank you for inviting me, Pastor, but here we go. First of all, if you're going to be a disciple of Christ and not just a member, it's going to cost the convenience of life. Let church say convenience of life. Let him deny himself. That word deny means to refuse. It means to disregard one's own interest. Can I read this to you in the Living Bible? The Living Bible says, if anyone wants to follow me, anyone who wants to follow me must put aside his own desires and conveniences. Jesus is saying that if you want to be his disciple, we must be willing to put aside our conveniences and our desires. In other words, being a disciple and not just a member means you got to inconvenience yourself for Christ's sake. However, most Christians, I think how most of us live our lives, we live our lives as if our Christianity has to work around our conveniences. It's kind of like when somebody calls you, you're on the phone, and somebody calls you, and you answer the phone, and you say to the person that you're talking to, can I put you on hold? You mind if I put you on hold for a minute? I don't know about you, but I hate to be put on hold. Especially when you got something that really needs to be done. And they got you. They know that you got to go through them to get the services you want. And sometimes it's 5 minutes. And it's 10 minutes. It's 15 minutes. And I don't know about you, but I get to the point. At some point, I say, I can't take this anymore.